Everyone's fit, so I'll decide, work with the players this week, and I'll decide which ones to start tomorrow. We're all travelling, I want them all to travel. They can have a meal together afterwards, which will be nice with their wives and everything over that side of town, which the chairman and directors have put up for them, which is lovely. So, like I say, we'll pick the team tomorrow.
Incredibly, 44 points, 11th place is guaranteed, possibly 10th if you get a few goals sway here and there. Where does what you've done with Palace this season, you've probably been asked this before, but where does it rank in your career, would you say?
Well, I'll look back, like I say, most probably in a few years' time and look at it as a job really well done. I think if you look at what people achieve and what they, or people who overachieve, we've got the smallest budget in the Premiership, and we finished 11th, finished above 9 other clubs, which is just remarkable.
Was there a turning point, a moment, a goal, something you said that was perhaps the moment where you thought this is going to happen?
No, I just think it was a case of coming into the football club, just having I've said it before, just having a good look around, and then falling on a system, or devising a system, falling is the wrong word, dividing a system that suited the players, and then being really single-minded and not deviating from that path, just having a focused, getting the players focused, get everybody marching in the right way, in the right order and in the right direction, and we did that, and we've done it fantastically well, and everybody at the football club, from the directors, the terraces, the players, the staff have just been single-minded, and one thought in their mind, and that is to do what they possibly could to maintain Premiership football.
So 9 clubs in the Premier League changed their manager this season. Fulham did it more than once. The bottom 4, as it stands at the moment, are managed by men who haven't had Premier League managerial experience before. Is that a coincidence, or are you the example that perhaps you need experience at that level, particularly when you're taking over a team that's at the wrong end?
Well, I took Stoke into the Premiership and had no Premier League experience. I'm not so sure whether it's the experience that you need. I think you gain experience. I think what you've got to do is when you get in there, you've got to be bright enough and understand yourself and understand your football club and your football team enough to gain the time that you need to learn. And it's gaining time. And like I say, I had 6 years at Stoke doing it. I think Stoke have stayed in it. Is it 6 now, or is this a 7th year? And we've managed to do it at Palace as well. But it's, you have to, think on your feet, and that's part of management. You can go into games and be preordained and have everything set up and everything ready to go, and then certain things will go against you, and that's when you have to think on your feet, and you have to be clever enough, bright enough to do that. And that comes with experience, but it also comes from the fact that I've managed, whether it's been at Bournemouth, Gillingham, Bristol City, Portsmouth, Plymouth for a long time, and although I haven't come up maybe against the teams that we play in the Premiership, it's very similar situations in lots of respects.
Before and after the Liverpool game, there seemed to be a little bit of confusion about your own future. The chairman has said, look, there's 2 years in this contract, there's no issue, but there are certain things that you said may have worried a few Palace fans. Can you appease them?
No, we had a meeting on Thursday, which was, Steve come down to Bournemouth, we had a smashing meeting. And I think the club has a window of opportunity. I think it's most probably the best opportunity that the club has had for a long time to actually really go forth and improve, not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well. And we talked about everything. The chairman spoke about the different problems that they face at boardroom level, and it was good. It was a very good meeting. Now we'll get the game out of the way on Saturday. I know Steve would have spoken to the other 3 directors as well about my thoughts in respect of moving the club on, and then we're all having dinner together again next week, which will be lovely, and no doubt those discussions will go on further.
When you say they'll go on further, there appears to be a willingness on your side. You don't want to go anywhere.
No, like I say, I think you can't stop speculation, and you can't stop people, you know, making your mind up for yourself, and without even talking to yourself. People say that, you know, oh, he's done this, now he's going to move on, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. You know, the most important two people at the football club is the chairman and the manager. And I think that by Steve coming down and us sitting together, you know, my relationship with Steve has just grown stronger and stronger the longer I've been at the football club, which has been great. But like I say, there's an unbelievable window of opportunity at the club, and it's something that, you know, we mustn't miss as a football club.
Sorry to badger this point, Tony, but just so that the fans, if you were to give a message to the fans, will you be here next season, do you think?
Well, I hope so. Yeah, I've got 2 years of a contract left. But there's managers out there who have got as long, if not longer than me, who get the sack. So you can never say I'm going to be here and I'm going to be doing this 100% solid, rock solid. And also the fact that, like I say, I do believe there's you know, certain things that should be done at football clubs, you know, to enable those football clubs to be successful. And I've, you know, like I say, we've had a great open discussion about it, and Steve's been brilliant. So there's been no problems. And it'll be, hopefully, that'll be the way forward.
Are you optimistic that the changes that you want to see happen at this football?
No, it's not just me. It's not the changes I want to see. It's the changes that Steve wants to see as well. It's the changes that I'm sure the board of directors want to see. It's just implementing them in a way that, you know, we can move forward and maintain Premiership status and maintain the flow of income that we need to improve everything else. You know, that's so important.
Because that sort of carries on with something that you said in particular after the game against Liverpool, where you said there's fantastic support, there's fantastic potential, but this club isn't what it should be.
No, this club, I personally, well, it's like Stoke when I took over at Stoke. You know, Stoke had been outside the Premier League for 24 years, or the top league for, what was it, 22, 23, 24 years, or whatever it was. That shouldn't have happened at Stoke. You know, their supporters there are so passionate. You know, they love their football. And, you know, for some reason, you know, it'd fallen on hard times. And, you know, I found there a chairman who agreed exactly with what, you know, we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. And as I've said again, I've been on record, Peter was absolutely wonderful. And the most important relationship is that manager and chairman. And if you've got the two of you, you know, pulling in the same way, and you can get results, which is obviously all important, you know, you can move mountains. And we did that at Stoke, and you can do that at Palace. You know, Palace has unbelievable potential.
Would it be right in saying that your discussions aren't just about the 2 years of your contract, but beyond? This is not just a... No,
this is all about, this is about the football club. This is just about training ground, the grounds, you know, implementing certain things behind the scenes in respect of improving all aspects. You know, even with Gary, I think we've got a fantastic catchment area for players, young players, and I think Gary's done a wonderful job here. But we can improve that. That can be improved as well. And I've actually, you know, sat with Gary for ages and spoke to him. And you know, those little things have got to be improved. Stuff that he says to me that he'd like to do, you know, I would back him 110%. So it's all little bits that you need to make sure are done to enable the club to be successful, not for just now, but for the next generation and the generation after that.
Short term, have you looked at summer transfer targets?
Oh, you're joking, ain't you? Short term, I'm looking at Fulham and get 3 points.
But do you think this squad needs just tweaking, or does it need major changes? And first and foremost, I guess, you've got two loan players as well in Cameron Jerome and Tom. Something on their side has to be
spent all my time this week thinking about the team that's going to get 3 points at Fulham. Brilliant.
Just last one. On the FA Commission, come out with this proposal about B teams.
Yes. My view is that if an academy, if they want academies, then academies are centres of excellence. And if you want excellence, then you've got to drive people and push people forward. There's no way in a million years, in my opinion, that 21-year-olds should be playing in 21-year-old football. At 17, 18, they should be playing in men's football, competitive football, learning their trade. The rest of it, for me, is you're just holding people back. There's people out there who should be playing league football, who are not playing league football because of the system. And that's got to change. And I think I've not read exactly what what Greg Dyke or the Commissioners has talked about. But my feelings are, and we've done it at this football club, is that if we've got good kids at 17 years of age and they're good enough to play league football, you've got to get them out, because if they've got the potential, you've got to keep pushing them and keep driving them until eventually they get to the level that they can achieve. And some of them will surprise you. What we've done actually with academy football, we've held people back and not pushed them.